Well, today is the day that we're gonna take the steers and load them up and take them to the butcher. And go figure, it's another rainy day here.
Yeah, we've had a ton of rain.
Yes, it's been very rainy. This is why they call it mud season this time of year. Just everything stays muddy. So I was really hoping for a break in the weather to be able to load them up. But we're gonna have to leave here in about a half an hour, so we're just gonna have to go ahead and do it. So I went ahead, I've got the trailer, I went ahead and put some hay in there just to give the steers some hay this morning, and I've adjusted the door how it was against the stock panel, so it should be easy to shut them inside. But we're probably just going to give them a little bit of grain feed, and that'll get both of them inside for sure. But before we do that, I think Rebecca's probably going to want to say goodbye to them, because she lets them, she like rubs all over them every night, like scratching on them and everything. Usually feeds them some type of apples or persimmons, some kind of treat. So I'm sure that she'll want to I don't know,
Snuggle them.
Snuggle them.
Chuck. Oh, dear. Here. Oh, you dropped it. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Gosh, you're good boys. Good boys. Yeah.
So there's actually like rubber matting on the floor in here, so I'm going to clear off a spot and I'm just going to dump the grain on the floor, and I think they'll come right in. In fact, they're trying to come in right now. Come on in here, Chuck. You know what's going to happen. There you go, big boy. So T-Bone's always the shy one. He'll have to wait. He'll wait till we're away from the door. As smooth as can be so far. Oh, I shouldn't have let the animals out. Got back and stuck in here.
Whoa.
What?
Back up just a tiny bit more.
Back up.
Just a teeny bit. Okay.
There we go. I've lowered the jack all the way and it's still on the block. I may have to try to pull forward and see if I can slide out from under that.
Oh, there. Wait. As soon as you got in, it raised up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, hurt. What are you trying to say? I'm fat?
No, it just, you got in and it raised enough, or maybe the cows moved and it raised. Just
Well, this ain't good because it's a muddy day. Now it's so muddy I can't actually pull out. I'm in four-wheel drive, all my wheels are spinning. Instead of going through the hassle and unhooking the truck, I'm gonna try to pull with the tractor, let Rebecca drive the truck and see if we can pull it out as one long train, I guess. Try and go quick instead of unhooking the bush hog. I'm gonna try to pull from it. Basically put it in drive and just barely put, I'm gonna go slow. So just barely hit the pedal, try to keep this tight. Try to let me do the pulling. Okay? All right, I'm in low 1. We're just gonna go slow. Boy, it sounds like that strap's gonna break. Don't spin them too much, baby. About out. Well, we got it pulled out. That strap was creaking pretty good. I thought the strap would break. That's one reason you use a strap instead of a chain. A chain will come back and kill you. But you're sliding a little bit.
Yeah, the strap was smoking a little bit when we first started.
Was it? It was rubbing on this back, but luckily that angle iron isn't too sharp. But so Rebecca actually stayed home today so she could help me load them. I told her she didn't need to.
you didn't think you needed me.
I didn't think I needed her. She thought I was gonna get squished by a steer in the trailer. She thought that maybe they'd pin me or something. But I'm glad she ended up staying because this would have been way more of a pain in the butt if she wasn't here. Because I would have definitely had to unhook the truck. I would have had to take the brush hog off the tractor, and then I would have had to put a hitch ball on there and pull the trailer actually all the way out with the tractor instead. So I'm glad you stayed around. So, but anyway, it is time for me to get going so I can get them to the butcher on time. So, all right, guys, we're going to a new spot. Okay. Yep. You're gonna lick my camera. Yes, you are. All right. Give me about an hour. Hopefully it's not too cold for you guys. Well, we did go ahead. We threw some grain again in the front. Got them back to the front of the trailer, and we got this middle door swung shut. I swung it, and then Rebecca pushed it and got it latched. So the steers are in the front where the weight's on the truck. That way they can't move around too much as we're hauling them down the road. So hopefully this goes pretty good. So I just made it back from Country Style Meats in Sumner, Illinois. That's where we ended up taking our livestock this year. And that's who we ended up using last year, and we thought they did a good job. But next week the pigs are going, so I got to get the trailer. I got to get it backed up here to the pig pen and get it where I can set it up to start feeding the pigs out of the trailer, just like we did the steers. So I got the livestock trailer, I got it unhitched right next to the pig pen, and I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna have to modify the electric fence. I'm gonna have to put the loading ramp on the back of the trailer and then get a pig feeder inside so I can start feeding them in there and get them used to the trailer before they go to the butcher next week. So after we got the truck and the livestock trailer unstuck and pulled out of the barnyard, I told Rebecca, I said, now that is 100% life unscripted. And that is exactly the way our normal day seems to go around here. Nothing ever goes the way that you plan it to go. And it can get a little frustrating at times. It definitely can. Like every morning when you come out to do something, either something's broken or a tractor doesn't want to start. Nothing ever seems to get the way you want it to go. And it does get kind of frustrating. It's just the stuff that you got to deal with in this style of life, I guess. But you know, it's just one of those things. Like every day around here, there's always a problem that pops up. You always have to just kind of dig your heels in. You've got to just keep pushing forward and just get past it and get through whatever challenge of the day is. And even though that it's a frustrating day sometimes and it can kind of irritate you, get you mad, at the end of the day, it can also be rewarding from the sense of accomplishment that you got at the end of the day. You know that you were able to persevere and push through and get done whatever needed to be done. So this lifestyle that we live out here, it is always kind of frustrating in a way because there's always problems. But at the end of the day, there's always that sense of accomplishment that you got something done. Now I will say today, if I wouldn't have had the TYM four-wheel drive tractor back here, I don't know if I would have got that trailer out of the barnyard. So that barnyard is completely muddy. It's just dirt. It does go downhill. The barnyard actually goes downhill about a 15-degree angle. It's always heading downhill. So you're trying to drive uphill. You've got a trailer with, I don't know, 2,500 pounds worth of beef on the inside, plus the weight of the trailer. And the best thing I really have for traction besides this tractor is that truck. The older tractors are two-wheel drive tractors, and they would have just spun the same as the truck. I think I would have had a heck of a time. I may have never even got them unloaded or pulled the trailer out if I wouldn't have had a four-wheel drive tractor here to be able to do the job. So definitely having the new tractor here saved the day today, that's for sure. And I was glad that it was able to pull everything, the truck, and because that truck just kept on spinning the whole time until she pretty much got on the driveway. So it was able to pretty much pull the truck and the trailer out. So I'm very, very grateful to be able to have this tractor on hand to be able to use, because this would have definitely been more of a headache and a challenge to use the older tractors. I don't know if I would have been able to do it. So like I said, this barnyard, the turkey's gonna interrupt me. So like I said, the barnyard goes downhill and it just continues to go downhill until there's a small creek back there that comes off of our pond. And yeah, the barnyard is just dirt. A lot of times we throw maybe some hay and some of the barn waste out onto here, but there's no gravel or anything in this barnyard to get any traction, and maybe that's something I need to improve. In the past, we actually put wood chips on here and covered this with all wood chips, but the problem was when it rained like it does today, all those wood chips would float on the water, and they would float all the way and they would pile up on the fence back here. And so wood chips didn't end up being a very good thing to put in the barnyard because they just float away. Maybe eventually we'll put some gravel in here and get a little bit of better traction. So that may be something we look at in the future to not let this happen again. And then I think in the future, if we still got like a four-wheel drive tractor here on the property, what we'll do is I'll probably make sure the brush hog isn't on the back of it. I'll actually put a hitch on the back and be able to actually pull the trailer out with the tractor instead of trying to do it with the truck. That'll be another option. Maybe I'll just prepare a little bit better next time. And then the other choice is maybe actually put, let me see if I turn this. So maybe at the gate back here, maybe I can actually park the trailer back at that end and feed them out of it there. That's a lot more level ground. It is still at a slight downhill angle there, but not quite as bad as the barnyard. So that's my other choice, is just to
load them in a different spot. That is on grass, and if it's a wet day like today, your truck, those slick truck tires are just gonna slide on the grass. So I don't know if I would have had much better luck over there either. But first time loading steers, that's a lot of weight in a trailer. It's just a muddy, crappy day out here to be able to try to do this. So probably about the worst conditions, I guess, unless it was ice on the ground, to try to do this in. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. And I'm just so glad that everything went smooth from here on out and getting them unloaded at the butcher. Sounds like that strap's gonna break. Don't spin them too much, baby.